Welcome back to another reaction video from Level Down Games. Brian here, and special shout out to Dance with the Dead for all the awesome music. You can find them at Bandcamp, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, pretty much everywhere. Check them out. You will not be disappointed. This morning, we're actually going to be taking a look at and reacting to live the NIS America Press Showcase 2019. Should be starting in less than a minute if I have it timed correctly. Starts at 12 p.m. Eastern. Did this about 60 seconds in advance. We were invited to this press event. The actual press event took place this past Friday. Friday was the 8th, so I had to look at the calendar. And we were invited for the third year in a row. But unfortunately, we just do not have the funds to get out to California at this time. Hopefully next year we'll be able to be there. Oh, it's already starting. Okay. Might have my timing just a little off. But here we go. Let's see what we got.
Hello, dude. I'm David, and I'm here with Aaron at the NIS America Showcase. Thank you all for joining us, as today we're going to show you what NIS America has in store for 2019.
Shout out to Aaron.
Absolutely. 2019 is an exciting time for NISA.
I'm actually in contact with her a lot.
Louder than our most recent game announcement, which some of you may have caught earlier in January. But don't just take my word for it. Let's head down the trails to our first presenter, Mr. Kondo at Nihon Falcom.
Trails, baby! Trails 3. Oh, yeah.
皆さん、こんにちは。日本ファルコムの代表取締役の近藤と申します。千の奇跡シリーズでですね、プロデューサーを務めています。それではですね、早速ですけど。
Here's the trailer for Trails of Cold Steel 3. Sweet, so they just announced it in January. We didn't get to see it, but here we go!
The embers of war are about to ignite. Trails of Cold Steel 3, the legend of Class 7
it was short.
begins anew.
It was short. That's okay. I would now like to reveal what kind of game Trails of Cold Steel 3 is. The story starts sometime after the Erebonian Civil War from the previous game has ended. Oh, these games are so good. These games are so freaking good. Falcom really is like the peak right now in terms of JRPG developers. The video's struggling a little bit. Seems, I don't know, the live stream might be getting bombarded right now. We made sure to include a summary. Oh, okay, a summary of what happened in the previous two titles. Yeah, that's good. I don't recommend jumping in without playing the previous games, though. I think every game in the Legend of Heroes should be played before. Not even just Cold Steel 1 and 2, but like, you know, Trails in the Sky, second chapter, Trails in the Trails of the Third, whatever that one was called. And then the arc that we don't have yet, but hopefully we'll get soon. Hopefully we'll get those soon. What are those awards by him? Those are pretty sweet. The G's? What are those? We made great changes for Trails of Cold Steel 3. I think the games are almost perfect the way they were. These include being able to attack with one button and being able to select your magic called arts. Must be with one button as well.
ビジュアルなんかを大幅に全体的にやっぱりパワーアップしています。大きなシステムとしては、ブレイクとそれからオーダーというシステムが今回追加されています。ブレイクはですね、ブレイク値というものが敵ごとに設定されていまして、そのブレイク値をゼロにすると、敵が気絶して、その間に有利な攻撃を叩き込めると。
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
それからオーダーにつきましてはですね。
That's very similar to the way Octopath Traveler handled the break system.
いろんなバフ効果を発揮する、機能が追加されています。大変その千の奇跡キャラクターがたくさん、登場しますけれども、キャラクターごとにいろんな、オーダーを楽しめるので、戦闘もですね、非常に多彩な、戦術を仕掛けることができるという形になっています。
The soundtrack is going to be stellar. I've already listened to most of it since the game's been out in Japan for like 2 years.
同級生として主人公たちと絆を築いていく仲間たちでした。千の奇跡はですね、シリーズを通してリーンの半生を描く内容となっています。 その学生生活を過ごして成長したリーンが、まあ、3からはですね、自分の受け持つ、クラスを持つ先生。
Great time to jump in right now, though. Yeah, I know this is NIS America and they're bringing Trails of Cold Steel 3 over, but Xseed is actually going to be releasing the games on PS4. The first one comes out this month, actually, in about 2 weeks. The 26th, I think, yeah.
まあ、当然、最初からうまくはいかないですよね。まあ、なかなかやっぱり言うことを聞かない生徒であったりとか、まあ、その中で、まあ、やっぱり新たにですね、気づいていくという中で、新しい学びというのは非常に重要な役割を果たしていますので、まあ、そのあたりに注目したゲームを楽しんでいただければなと思います。
Oh, we are gonna enjoy it. At least I will. Man, if they announce Cold, that they're not gonna. If that, it would be hilarious if they announced Cold Steel 4 for North America here as well. There's no way they do that though.
それからエルボニア帝国という大きな部隊の呪いですね。こういった謎が過ぎて明らかになってきます。その点についても非常に物語の中で魅力的な部分となっていますので、注目していただければなと思います。1000の奇跡3、ぜひ手に取っていただければなと思いますので、よろしくお願いします。
Now that was amazing. Thank you, Mr. Kondo, for joining us. It's great to see so many familiar faces in Trails of Cold Steel 3, and new and old players alike will appreciate having a strong figure like Reen leading the way.
This is truly a legend in the making. The Legend
Fall.
of Heroes,
Yeah, they're still saying
Trails of
fall.
Cold Steel 3 launches exclusively on PlayStation 4 this fall, and pre-orders are available now.
Exclusively on PS4. I wonder if they're not going to put it out on PC. That's interesting.
Hard work, but
maybe.
Teaching a quirky princess how to do it?
That's just crazy.
Yeah, it is. Here to guide us through our next exciting title is Mr. Nikawa from Nipponichi Software.
Ooh, I'm already playing this. Not this one, though. Not yet. Dressed up as the Prinny.
今日は NIS アメリカのゲストイベントにお越しくださいまして誠にありがとうございます。本日は2タイトル皆さんのためにご用意いたしました。それではまず1タイトル目の式姫の方からプロモーション映像をお届けいたします。どうぞ。
Game comes out in 2 weeks, so tune back in soon is what I'm trying to say there to leveldowngames.com for our full review of that game. Looking forward to putting that up.
一人のプレイヤーの指揮官が多数の兵を操って敵を撃破し物語を進めるというそういった企画を思い浮かべまして、そこで魅力的な使命を立てることによって楽しいゲームになるのではないかと思い、そういったコンセプトでゲームを作らせていただきました。
なるほど。それでは、このゲーム、プリンセスは鐘の亡者の、続いてのディレクションということですけども、ゲームとしては何かつながりがあったりとかあるでしょうか？
そうですね。
Kind of like the Nintendo Direct style of this that they're doing, more so than the live thing that they did previous years. Obviously, they had a full, like I said, they had a full event for press this past Friday, but they recorded all this, for here. So I think this is pretty cool. I like this style.
気になるリプレイ性というかやり込み要素があれば教えてください。
このゲームは4人の人に通じるそれでプレイヤーのリーグゲームです。こちらご覧いただいて、ストーリーが分岐したり、あとはプレイヤーがどの人に気に入ったかということで選択も可能でして、それによってその使命との結末であったり先行きを見ることができます。それが4人の人に繰り返し全ての人によってしたりとか、あるいは新しいプレイヤーならではの話をするので、そういったものが繰り返し楽しみだと思います。
では、
I feel like the dialogue, like the spoken dialogue, is really low. I mean, I get that there's subtitles, but it's kind of low. I don't know.
ちら、合理性と、効率性を重視したギルドをして、それは話が楽しく、あまり他のようにない、ある意味その日本ソフトウェアらしいドラマとして、楽しい話になっておりまして、私もすごく大好きで、その字が私の重視になります。
なるほど、それは非常に楽しみですね。はい、ありがとうございました。それでは、そんな四季姫の方、ぜひよろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
はい、ありがとうございました。はい、では続いて、
He disappeared! Where did he go?
質問を紹介したいと思いますが、ちょうどディレクターがいました。皆さん、こんにちは。
ラプセリアビスのディレクターを務めさせていただいております。
カズイッタノ
と申します。よろしくお願いします。
はい、ではまずラプセリアビスのプロモーション映像の方をご覧になっていただきましょう。どうぞ。
Now, this I haven't seen too much on yet. 8 unique classes, okay. Stack, raid, get paid, baby. That looks kind of good. Looks kind of cool.
では、質問です。ラピスでの役割、全部ディレクターが。
はい、わかりました。まず、今回のゲームでは、まずはディレクターとして、プロジェクト全体を
クラスダイレクター
させていただいております。で、それ以外にも、企画書の制作だったりですとか、あとゲームデザインを考えたりとか、各種テキストなどを作っております。またちょっとデザイナーとしても、参加しておりまして、
It's a one-man team now. I know it's not, but Jesus.
あとはユーザーインターフェースのデザインですとか、モンスターデザインですとか、
Monster designer, wow. Effects.
いろいろやらせていただいております。
一人ですね。
そうです。一人じゃないです。はい、そうです。
で、ゲームのコンセプトを教えてもらえますか？
はい、まず、このゲームについては、まずキャラクターが可愛いキャラクターで、画面狭しと大暴れできる爽快感。また、画面を埋め尽くすような大量のアイテムがドバーッと出て、それの気持ちよさだったり、爽快感につながったりとか、そういうところを重視しております。
今回このゲームシステムが非常に特徴的だと思うんですけども、その見どころについておっしゃってください。
はい、まず今回のゲームなんですけど、パーティーを組むようになってます。で、そのパーティーっていうのは、日本にはちょっと団子っていう和菓子があるんですけど、その見た目がもうこういう風に団子をこう積み上がっている。もう本当にこの見た目なんです。
They're just heads.
珍しい点としては、2D のエコスクロールアクションとしましては、珍しくそのパーティーを組んで、ダンジョンを攻略するっていうようなシステムになっておりまして、一人で戦うよりもいろんなキャラクターの、食料などを組み合わせて、自分だけの攻略方法を見せたり、本当に見た目を好きなキャラだけで積んで、見た目重視の好きな単語を作るとか、そういった楽しみ方ができるようになっております。
That's cool.
その組み合わせによってできることだったりとか、戦い方の特徴が変わってくる。
そうですね。8種類の食料があるんですが、食料ごとに使える技などが違いますので、その組み合わせによって、ここはちょっと有利になったりとか。
Okay, so you're not locked to the 4. You can swap. That's cool. You can swap in and out.
いろいろな試行錯誤ができるようになっております。
I like that.
私も実際遊んでたんですけども、ゲームはあまりアクションゲームが好きじゃない、下手くそなんだけども、そんな私でも遊んでどんどんフィーバーが入ったりとか、なんか上手な感じです。
This actually looks pretty
そう
good.
ですね。今回は本当に簡単な操作で派手な技がどんどん繰り出せるようになってますので、アクションがちょっと苦手な人でもちょっとガチャガチャ触るだけでもすごい派手な画面で気持ちよくなれることができます。
そうだよね。非常に爽快感があります。あとモンスターのデザインも非常に鮮やかな感じなんですけども、そこもなんかこだわりがあるでしょうか。
そうですね。今回に関してはモンスターに限らず、全体的にも 色を結構派手めに作ってあります。
今回キャラクターデザイン、
はい、
全部デザインをしているんですけど、なんかお気に入りのデザインキャラクターだったりとか、
はい、
おすすめみたいなのがあったり、こだわりがあったりとか、そういうのあれば教えてください。
はい。プレイヤーキャラクター8種類食料あるんですけど、個人的にはどれも気には入ってるんですが、あえて押すのであれば、
It would be the maid because she is unusual.
珍しいかなと思って。
Oh, you can change the hair color and stuff. That's pretty cool.
剣ですとか、斧ですとか、そういういかにもな
You can have a dongo of mages or maids, not mages. They're maids.
変わったビジュアルとすごい可愛いアクションをしているので、ぜひそういうところに注目していただければなと思っております。
なるほど、ありがとうございます。
今回のゲームは、とっても可愛いキャラクターと本当に画面を埋め尽くすようなアイテムでとても派手なビジュアルを体験してもらうことができ、非常に爽快感あふれているものとなっております。また操作もそれほど難しくなく、簡単操作でどんどん派手な攻撃を繰り出していけたりとか、アクションが苦手な人にもぜひ触っていただきたいと思っております。ぜひ楽しんでいければと思います。よろしくお願いします。
じゃあ次に私ですけれども、板野君
Ah,
は
okay.
今まで魔界戦記1世代や5でデザイナーを務めてくれたりですとか、あとは魔女と
Ooh, I like The Witch and the Hunter Knight. Labyrinth of Refrain is good too.
あと夜回り、
Ooh, Yomawari is great.
これまで
Okay.
ゲームにたくさん関わってくれているスタッフなんですけども、
That gets me a little bit more excited about this game now.
ゲームディレクター
Debut as a director, super freaking cool. Congratulations to him.
そんな板野君が渾身のあと夜回り、っていうので、これまで日本ソフトウェアのゲームにたくさん関わってくれているスタッフなんですけども、今回初めてゲームディレクターとしてデビューいたしました。そんな板野君が渾身の力を込めて作ったゲームですので、皆さんぜひ応援してあげてください。よろしくお願いします。はい、ということで、今回、こちらの式姫と、こちらのラピスリアビスの2タイトルを紹介させていただきました。2019年日本一ソフトウェアはこの2タイトルに限らず、まだまだ新しいタイトルの準備を
A lot more to offer in 2019, huh? All right.
北米
All right. You have me intrigued.
できるように頑張って
You have me intrigued. Of
という
course.
ふうに考えております。
Oh, look at that. We're working toward expanding efforts to delivering titles as quickly as possible to North America and Europe. That's freaking cool. Faster localization
Thank you,
times.
Mr. Nikawa, Mr. Takano, and Mr. Itano for taking the time to join us on the showcase.
Yeah, it was really awesome to see how multiple heads
wait.
can be greater than one.
The Princess Guide launches March 26th for Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4.
And
Wait, the
on May
audio is
28th,
off.
Stack, raid, and get paid when Lapis Labyrinth launches in North America. For
That's
Nintendo
gotta be
Switch
on their
and
end, right?
PlayStation 4.
Huh.
And now it's time for our first new announcement in this showcase.
First new announcement, the audio's off.
The Alliance Alive
Hell.
HD Remastered.
The Alliance Alive HD Remastered. Okay. The music sounds great. Eventually we'll see it. Fall 2019. Okay. This was a Nintendo 3DS game. And I didn't get around to playing it because the 3DS was kind of like already on its way out when this came out. I mean, yeah, it's still around now, but you know, it doesn't really get that many releases anymore. So I never actually did get a chance to sit down and play this. So I definitely want to play it this year. I hope this comes out on the Switch. I hope this is a Switch game. It looks gorgeous, like the art style, the aesthetic. It looks great. Oh, there it is, Switch. Fall 2019 on Nintendo Switch.
Alliance Alive
Perfect.
HD
Perfect.
Remastered is a fantasy RPG where you play as
Wait,
a group
what?
of
Just-
human resistance fighters
what just
trying to
happened there?
reclaim their world from demons. And these demons came
Oh,
from
we're
another
back in
world
sync.
and use their powers to divide and destroy
So it
most
was
of
definitely on their
humanity,
end.
leaving everyone separate
Good to know.
into isolated realms.
Exploring the world plays a major role in this game. Each realm has a theme and environment, from lava-covered wastes to snowy mountains. You can navigate them by
Snowy
catching a ride in one of the many
mountains.
vehicles.
Oh, I love the snow bunny vehicle.
Yeah. Now,
That's
your
cute.
goal is to unite each
This looks
area
really
and
cool,
form
man. This looks really
alliances to
cool.
reclaim the land from the demons.
And speaking of alliances, there's like no way to defeat these demons alone. In forming these alliances, you'll gain access to new advantages as well, like undiscovered areas, access to vehicles, sorcery skills, and much more.
Between the epic story, innovative gameplay, enhanced graphics, and fantasy-inspired visuals, the Alliance Alive HD Remastered is one title that you will
Man, this looks
definitely
really
want to keep
good.
your eyes
I don't know
on.
why I skipped over it.
Alliance
Again, just
Alive
because it was on
HD
3DS.
Remastered will be released
Man, this looks really
fall
good.
on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and PC.
What are you? I'm gonna have to get
And
that.
now
I'm gonna pick
we'll
it up.
take a break from reality and get a dose of the virtual world.
And Overdose, that is.
Oh, we're going to Caligula
Let's
Effect. That
venture
comes
into
out
Mobius with
tomorrow.
Our next presenter, Mr.
Caligula
Yamanaka
Effect is
from
tomorrow.
Review.
はい、カリギュラオーバードーズをお待ちの皆様、はじめまして、プロデューサーの山中と申します。よろしくお願いします。今回ですね、
God, the soundtrack to this game is so freaking good. A lot of dubstep, Japanese pop idol stuff.
となっております。そもそもこのカリギュラというタイトルですね、2016年に PS ビータで発売された、学園時代 RPG の
Our review is up for this game. If you go to our website, leveldowngames.com, we actually posted the review last week.
皆さんの熱い支持を受けまして、リメイク作を作ることができるようになったというところで、我々もですね、
It is a good remake. I'll say it is a good remake because they changed so many things about the game. They redid so many things that made it better. Because I'll say right now, the PlayStation Vita release of the Caligula Effect was not good. It was not a good game. This right here is a good game. They did a lot of work to actually turn it around, and I respect that immensely.
こちらとしても新作を作るつもりで、作った
As he says right there, as if we're making a whole new game. It really did feel like that at
キャ
times.
ラクターの追加ですとかシナリオの追加で、代表的
Yeah, the new musician route, the ostinato musicians. That was cool. They give you, there's a point in the game where you can make a choice if you want to side with the bad guys. It's kind of neat.
主人公
And are they really bad? It's up for you to decide.
つまり味方を裏切ることができるというルールが入ってます。説明したようにですね、カリギュラ効果というのは、やっちゃいけない方をやりたくなる、見ちゃいけないものを見たくなるという意味ですので、今回の裏切りというのがある種このカリギュラらしい、やっちゃいけないことだからこそドキドキする要素
You do something you shouldn't and you get pleasure because of it. That is funny.
最後の欧米のファンの皆様にメッセージ伝えたいことというところなんですが、今回のカリギュラですね、日本の現代社会が抱える精神の問題ですとか、社会の問題、そういったものを描写したタイトルです。かつですね、国内で人気のボーカロイドの音楽を作っているボカロ P の皆さんに曲を提供してもらっていたり
That's neat.
非常に今の日本っぽい。
I like that he said that. So they're really like diving deep, and they do, but they dive deep into like what it really is like to live in Japan in 2019. Hopefully it does well. These types of games really are hit or miss here in North America. Sometimes they do well enough to where the developers are satisfied or publishers are satisfied, and sometimes it just doesn't do well at all. I hope that the negative connotation this game had on the Vita doesn't affect the sales of the PS4 version. Because again, it is very, very different. I think you should at least give it a shot. Rated M for mature. What are we getting? Oh, it's just... Yeah, it's just Caligula Effect. Yep, just a trailer for that. That's okay.
メビウスに連れて行ってあげる。
パパパパパパパパパパ。
この夏の半分は私が作ったんだよ。すごいでしょ？
Like I said, the soundtrack is so good.
記憶を消したからレディースから出ようなんて普通は思わないはずなんだけどな。みんなが現実の辛い思い出を全部忘れられるような世界にしていくからね。
It really is a light version of Persona. Like, not nearly as, you know, feature heavy, not nearly as content heavy, even though there's a lot of content here. It is so similarly inspired by Persona. Almost screwed my words up there. That's okay. Yeah, that imaginary chain stuff is so freaking cool. That girl you saw on the right-hand side of the screen, that's the new female protagonist. She's playable. The original release on the Vita didn't have a female protagonist. You just were only able to play as a male. Now you get to choose. So that's pretty cool. Kind of like Persona 3. Like I said, it's very Persona.
Scenes are really nice touches too. It makes Mobius look like a perfect world. Well, almost perfect.
Yeah. But, you know, as long as I get those, like, awesome weapons and the imaginary chain skills, I'm not gonna mind.
Right. The Caligula Effect Overdose comes out tomorrow, March 12th, on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4.
Don't get sucked into the virtual world, Aaron. It's not what it appears. It's not how it seems.
Let's jump right into our next game.
RPG Maker MB. This got delayed earlier this year. Did it? Yeah, this is the one that got delayed till later this year. I love these games, man. Now, I'll say, I like downloading other people's creations and playing through them. I am a freaking shitty game developer. I've tried to make a handful of games in previous iterations of RPG Maker. None of them were that good. None of them even, I was, you know, barely able to make it any further than just like opening areas type stuff. It's very complex. It's actually really hard. You really need to know what you're doing. It is more or less a game engine that you're using to develop a game. If I'm not mistaken, To the Moon was actually developed in RPG Maker, one of the versions, and that's a fan-freaking-tastic game. So you can do really cool things with this. So I like seeing what people can do. I like seeing what people can, you know, come up with and playing through that. And I actually think they release a free version that you can just download to play people's creations, which is super freaking cool. But above all else? Above all else? Nope. Remember, this is your story. Look, just seriously, look at how in-depth it is. Look at how crazy it is. So many things you can change and do. Actually, you know, I just saw a story. Yeah, it's not on, the logo's not on there. I just saw a story this morning that RPG Maker MV was canceled for Xbox One over in Japan. So I had a feeling it would be canceled on Xbox One here in North America as well, and it is.
Creation in your hands.
Just PS4, Switch, and
made your
PC.
Way, right from your own console. And we're not kidding when we say your way.
That's right. One of the coolest aspects of RPG Maker MV is the sheer number of features you have control over. In-depth character
That is
creation,
nuts.
themed tiles
That is
with
just
objects,
nuts.
customable items and abilities. You can even code your own cutscenes and events.
In fact, this console release contains more than double
Welcome
the
to PAX
content and
South.
assets of the
It's a
original
PAX South
PC
RPG.
version. So the possibilities really are endless.
Hey, it's Aaron.
You can enjoy your dream games at home.
My friend, oh, it's Aaron
share
and
your
David,
adventures
okay.
Online in the Maker Forum for
That's
others
funny.
to enjoy worldwide.
Help me solve this puzzle
With an
first.
expansive collection of features and tools.
Come on, David, get your
RPG
priorities
Maker MV
straight.
Truly is the ultimate resource for becoming a master game maker.
Hey, Aaron, what kind of game would you make with all of that power?
I think I'd make an historical RPG. What about you, David?
Ooh, historical
I
RPG,
think
huh?
I'd make a game where a monkey has to find a banana.
I'd play it. RPG Maker MV is set for release later this year. Stay tuned for more details.
I'd like to see if there was any monkey out there that couldn't find a banana.
Adventure and discovery, where the only map you need is the one you create. I hope you're ready for a bit of exploring.
Is this that Neo Atlas, I think is it called? Yeah, Neo Atlas 1469. Comes out soon, April 9th. It's about, what, 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks away? About a month, yeah, it's March 11th, so about a month away. Jumped the gun a little bit by saying 3 weeks, but yeah, it's about a month away. Oh, damn, that would suck. That would blow. But hey, that can't happen. The Earth isn't flat.
Neo Atlas 1469 places you in command.
Unless, is this game going to confirm that the Earth is flat?
In order to gain wealth while revealing the true face of the world.
The keywords.
There you go, revealing the true face of the world. The world is flat, confirmed. Neo Atlas.
World and obtain resources, you'll need to
welcome to your new history.
Venture into undiscovered areas to find treasures, landmarks, and more. You can also establish trade routes to gain access.
I'm not a flat earther, by the way.
Exploring the world is no easy task. Many dangers await on the high seas, including pirates and sea monsters. But with enough courage, perseverance, and a bit of luck, you'll be able to uncover the greatest mysteries of the world.
In fact, the true face of the world isn't just something you discover.
Atlantis theme, what does that do?
You can decide what the world looks like using Admiral reports.
You can decide what the world looks like? That's crazy. I saw the Mediterranean. I mean, I saw Italy.
Or disapprove.
Oh, how about that?
The choices you make with these reports will determine the shape of the world around
wow, so you could totally reshape Earth. Hey, it's flat. It's not flat.
History, mythology, and the spirit of adventure, Neo Atlas 1469 offers a dynamic gameplay experience that shifts and evolves in a unique way for each person who plays it. This is truly an adventure of your own design, so go forth and explore.
On top of all of that, this will be the first time ever that Neo Atlas 1469 is receiving a physical release, making it a must-have title for collectors and fans of exploration games.
Neo Atlas 1469 sets sail April 9th on Nintendo Switch, and you can pre-order your physical copy
Oh, it's
today.
only on Switch, huh? Nice.
Now let's dust off those joysticks and stack up some quarters, because we're about to go retro. Here to take us on a nostalgic trip into the world of SNK is Frank Cifaldi from Digital Eclipse.
I think this is already out somewhere, or at least portions of it.
Frank Cifaldi from Digital Eclipse, and this is SNK 40th Anniversary Collection. SNK 40th Anniversary Collection is a look back at the roots of SNK. Now, most people know SNK for their later years, you know, their fighting games, Samurai Showdown, King of Fighters, stuff like that. Their Neo Geo era.
Ikari Warriors, baby!
Something we think about pretty fondly, but very few people I found take the time to actually go back to the roots of SNK and see where they came from, and that's what we wanted to accomplish in this project. So what you get in this package is a collection of 20 plus games from the earliest years of SNK, actually going back to the late 70s.
Oh, wow.
Now, some of these titles people tend to remember, things like Ikari Warriors.
Yeah, Ikari Warriors!
Or Psycho Soldier. But what was really unique for us on this project was being able to include titles that people don't generally remember. Things like Munchmobile.
Munchmobile?
Fantasy.
I don't play Munchmobile.
We felt tell the story of SNK.
Or the sequel,
really
Lunchmobile.
Show, you know, their evolution.
Or they completing the trilogy, Brunchmobile.
Kind of give you a little bit of a weirder slice of video game history than you might be used to.
That's neat.
And we love it. We love that stuff. So a lot of the games in SNK 40th Anniversary Collection were originally arcade games. And some of these had unique control schemes that don't quite map to a normal game controller. For example, the Ikari series had what SNK called its loop lever joystick. If you've never seen one of these, it's imagine a normal joystick that you kind of tilt around to move the character, right? But in order to aim your gun in the game, you'd have to actually twist the controller in place. You know, your PS4 controller, your Switch, whatever, doesn't have a twistable stick.
You'd break it.
What we actually had to do was go back and rethink how we would play these games on a modern controller. And we actually turned them into twin stick shooters, which actually makes them,
okay,
to my mind, the definitive version.
Yeah, I agree.
So
twin stick shooters are
available
awesome.
physically for the PlayStation 4, and we're happy to say that all 24 of the arcade games will be included on the disc.
Nice, 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 nice.
And if you happen to have a PS4 Pro, you can actually scale these games to 4K, which for some of these titles makes them actually appear perfectly rendered for, I believe, the first time ever. So at Digital Eclipse, we don't just put out collections of games. We actually think of these more as interactive art books.
Avengers trying to make a cameo in the reaction video.
And for this one in particular, what we wanted to show was the entire breadth of SNK's catalog. For a lot of reasons, we couldn't include literally every game. I think there's like 70 of them. But if you go into our museum mode, we actually go through and show you each of those games. There's screenshots. If there's any piece of promotional art or flyer, we threw it in there. Really, what you're buying here is what should be this giant.
Yeah, that's what it really does seem like. It's like a art, like just a book. That's really cool. I think more companies should actually do that.
I hope SNK 40th anniversary will help you think a little bit differently about video game history and about the types of games that we should look back on and remember. Some of these games, they're not necessarily titles that you might recognize and go out and buy on their own, but because they're in this collection together, I think it paints a picture of not just SNK, but what video games were in the 80s. And it's really important to us to be able to present games like this that aren't necessarily AAA blockbusters. Thank you for your time, and please enjoy SNK 40th Anniversary Collection.
Thank you. That was a good message. I like that. That was cool.
Thank you, Frank, for joining us. Check out SNK 40th Anniversary Collection for PlayStation 4.
Oh, yeah, it comes out on PS4 next week. Yeah, and it's already on available
for
Switch.
Engaging storytelling, dynamic gameplay, and even a little bit of romance. This next title is sure to satisfy. And
oh, look at that wolf on the... I just noticed behind Aaron's head that wolf from Liar Princess and the Blind Prince. That is awesome! I want that. That is freaking cool. I like that game. Ooh, a new Utawarerumono. Jessica actually played these and reviewed them for LevelDownGames.com. She really liked them, actually. Utawarerumono? Is that how he said it? I'd like to say it right if I'm saying it wrong. I thought it was Utawarerumono, or Utawarerumono. Oh, interesting concept here, though. The first two games released on the PlayStation Vita, and the Vita just ended production in Japan. I mean, obviously we knew it did here in North America like a year or two ago, but it just did in Japan like last week or the week before. So I wonder if this is going to be a Switch game. Or are they going to keep putting games out on the Vita, which is also a possibility, but I'd like to see this on the Switch, actually. I'd like to see this as a Switch game. Ooh, trailer time. We're getting... Ooh, ooh, ooh! Ooh, listen to this music. It's nothing even special yet, but oh man, I'm getting goosebumps already. I love that kind of stuff. A lullaby dedicated to someone dear. Oh yeah. The soundtrack's gonna be good, I bet. Oh, this is the opening act. Okay. A new stage for an old song. Utawarerumono, Prelude to the Fallen. Utawarerumono. Early 2020. Oh, PS4 and Vita. Okay, so they are still putting it on there. Early 2020. probably be like a January, February
Thank you,
title.
Mr. Washimi. This is especially exciting because this is the remake of the first title in the Utawarerumono series, never before released in North America.
Oh, okay, it's a remake.
Love the visuals. All the characters are beautifully designed, and the environments look like paintings come to life.
Yeah, I like how the greater story fits so neatly into this RPG. You get to really know the characters, and the combat helps to keep up the energy and the pace. So it's really a great mix.
Utawarerumono, Prelude to the Fallen.
Wow, that was really good. Utawarerumono.
Physically on PlayStation 4 and digitally for PlayStation
Utawarerumono. I think I was saying it right. She just has a much better pronunciation, obviously.
That's right. All the way right before the year 2000.
Oh, is this Destiny Connect? Hell yes! Destiny Connect TikTok Travelers. And it said fall 2019. It's this year. Oh man, I'm glad they announced this. Frank and I actually talked about this on the Max Level podcast. Man, I want to say several months ago when it first got announced over in Japan. And we were talking about how this game sounded so freaking cool. It deals with clocks and time and all that kind of stuff. It's very awesome. At least it sounds awesome. And by sounds, I mean, listen to that freaking track. Oh, this is going to be emotional, isn't it? Destiny Connect TikTok Travelers, Fall 2019, PS4 Switch. That's a Switch title right there. I mean, I'd play it on PS4, but that's a Switch title right there.
Destiny Connect TikTok Travelers is a story-centered RPG about a young girl named Sherry who gets caught up in strange events.
I really feel like this is going to have some emotional vibes going on, and I'm down.
Fireworks when time suddenly comes
God, that's
to a halt all around
beautiful.
her.
It's up to Sherry, her friend Pegrio, and the time-traveling robot she found in her father's office to
that
save
Pascal?
time as they know it.
No.
Together, they'll revisit the
It's Nier
past
Automata.
and peer into the future, learning some very interesting things about their family.
Oh, yeah.
And their
Oh, yes. Give it to me now. I want to play this.
TikTok Travelers will be released on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 this fall. We want to
Yeah.
thank you all for tuning in today.
I wonder if
and
they'll have
for
like a
everyone
surprise
who
one more
took part in
thing
our
at the
fan
end.
survey at the end of last year.
Oh yeah, it was really humbling to see the amount of responses that we got on this survey. So we can't express enough how much we appreciate your enthusiasm.
So a lot of really interesting perspectives were brought to light for us, and we're taking all of your suggestions into consideration. We hope you look forward to our new releases we have coming.
I
up
wonder
in
what those
quarters.
suggestions
And
mean.
thank
I wonder
you
what she
for
meant by
all your
that.
support for us throughout all the years, and for helping us know what you are looking for from us as a company as a whole. And that wraps up our upcoming lineup for this year. Thank you all for joining us, and a very special thanks to our wonderful presenters for taking the time to share their games and their words with us today.
And we also want to take a moment to thank all of you for your support through 2018. We wouldn't be where we are as a company right now without you. And if you want more updates on our games, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and check out our YouTube page for our latest trailers. And you can find all these titles and more at nisamerica.com.
You can also sign up for our Pretty Bomb newsletter for a weekly highlight of our biggest news.
And the fun's not over yet. Stay tuned as we head back to the NIS America office with Laura and play through a few of these upcoming games right now.
Yeah, join us at twitch.tv/NISAmerica to catch all the action. The stream will start right after the conclusion of this showcase. So for all of us at NIS America, thank you so much, and see you next time, dude. Now take it away, Laura.
So that is it, huh? We're not going to get anything extra or special. All right. No worries there. I actually really enjoyed this showcase for 2019. I thought they did a good job. What they used to actually do, they used to, and like I mentioned, this actual press event happened on Friday, March 8th, just looked at the calendar, in the evening. And it's where all the press get invited. You know, we were invited for the third year in a row, as I mentioned at the beginning, but we just didn't have the funds to go. Hopefully, we'll be able to start doing things like this, not only for NIS America's press stuff, but for other companies that invite us out. And, you know, like the bigger trade shows like E3 and BlizzCon and PAX. We want to start getting out to these conferences. We just don't have the revenue right now to get out there and to get us out there to do things. So hopefully that'll be coming soon here in the near future. But what they used to do is they would have their press event on a Friday evening, and they would have this conference that like kind of opened up the festivities, so to speak. And they would have everyone there on stage, and, you know, it would just be like this celebration, but they'd bring people in from Japan, and it was actually kind of cool. But I think I prefer this style more, where they do this Nintendo Direct type of a video. They are able to pre-record the, you know, the people from Japan, so they don't have to fly them over. And, you know, sometimes they probably want to come over, but a lot of times I imagine they'd rather just stay there and work on their stuff or stay home. So they get to do that, and they have more control over what is shown. You know, if something doesn't work out, they could just re-record it. We saw a lot of cuts in there, so we know that's something that they did. And I just think overall it flowed better, and it just worked out really, really well. So I have to assume that they'll probably stick to that. Oh, I see they're playing as the actual female protagonist in Caligula Effect Overdose. I chose to play as the guy because I didn't actually play the original when it came out in 2016 on the Vita. Jessica actually reviewed that for LevelDownGames.com. But I chose to play as the guy. I probably should have played as the girl just because she was new, but I don't know, I picked the guy. Anyway, beside the point. I think that they'll stick with this style next year, and I know there's probably people out there that are probably mad that they didn't, you know, they didn't announce Trails of Cold Steel 4, they didn't announce Ys 9, but there was no reason to expect that they were going to announce those two games. I saw some people speculating that they may announce them because I am under the impression, or I am under the belief, that they probably got the rights to Cold Steel 4 at the same time that they got the rights to Cold Steel 3. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they did. I have no idea. They also kind of teased localizing the Crossbell arc for The Legend of Heroes. So we know that NIS America might be in it for the long haul to get the rest of The Legend of Heroes over to Western Shores, but still work with Falcom in the future to bring new titles over, because I just saw a report this morning that, you know, Falcom has 2 teams working on Trails games now instead of just 1, and they're really trying to pump out more games at a faster rate and, you know, better looking. So they want more teams working on it so that they're not stretched so thin. So I have to assume that NIS America is going to want to stick with that contract because Falcom games tend to do really well here. I mean, they are, in my opinion, like I said at the beginning, they are one of the best, if not the best, JRPG maker right now. So, but they're not going to announce Trails of Cold Steel 4 for localization until they are ready to put out or have already put out Trails of Cold Steel 3 this fall. And the same with Ys 9. It's not even released in Japan yet. So there's no reasonable expectation for us to assume an announcement for localization until the game is out in Japan, which should be later this year. At that point, maybe they'll announce that they're working on Ys 9 as well. So we'll have to see. But overall, I thought this was a great presentation. We have some great announcements. Utawarerumono. You know, obviously we saw Trails of Cold Steel 3 again. We saw the Alliance Alive HD remaster, which looks great. And the big one at the end there, Destiny Connect TikTok Travelers? Was that what it was called? I know it's not TikTok A Tale for Two, which is what I want to keep saying every time because, you know, we just recently played through that game at Level Down Games. You can check out our walkthrough and our gameplay video of that on our YouTube channel if you're so inclined to do so. But yeah, Destiny Connect. That looks great. I've been wanting to play that since they announced it for Japan. Glad they're working on it, and we'll get to play it this fall, so that's awesome. But unfortunately, that is going to bring us to the close of this reaction video today, where we took a look at the NIS America press event that happened. Well, it actually happened on Friday, but they played the video today just now. So thank you for sticking with us. Thanks for checking out this reaction video made possible by LevelDownGames.com. And thanks again to Dance with the Dead for all the awesome music. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content. Click that like button, turn notifications on, and drop us a comment down below. What did you think of the NIS America press event this year? Did you enjoy it? What are you excited for? Let me know. I want to interact with you. Until next time, take care.